South Africa's political landscape is once again under intense scrutiny as Patriotic Alliance leader and Cabinet Minister Gayton McKenzie breaks his silence on explosive allegations, making it clear he is prepared to step down if suspended. In a firm and direct statement, McKenzie declared, "I serve the president. If I am suspended, I will resign." The remarks come amid growing controversy linked to claims made by convicted inmate Jermaine Prim, allegations that McKenzie has strongly denied. At the heart of the matter are serious accusations reportedly raised by Prim, which have drawn public attention and political reaction. While the exact details of the claims continue to circulate, McKenzie has categorically rejected them, particularly allegations related to drugs, describing them as false and without any basis. Here's what that means for South Africans. A sitting cabinet minister is now publicly confronting allegations originating from within the correctional system, a situation that raises questions not only about the claims themselves, but also about how such allegations emerge and gain traction. McKenzie's response has been both defensive and decisive. He has positioned himself firmly within the authority of President Cyril Ramaphosa, emphasizing that his role in government is defined by accountability to the head of state, not personal relationships or external influence. "I don't serve friends, I serve the president," he said. This statement is significant. It signals an attempt to reinforce political discipline and loyalty at a time when public confidence in leadership is often tested by controversy. The Patriotic Alliance, led by McKenzie, has grown into an increasingly visible political force, particularly in coalition politics at local and provincial levels. However, like many political parties operating in a highly competitive environment, it has also faced its share of scrutiny. Experts say moments like this can have broader political implications. A political analyst explains, "When allegations, regardless of their source, involve a sitting minister, the issue quickly becomes about credibility, governance, and public perception. There's also a legal and institutional dimension to the story. Allegations made by inmates, especially those serving sentences, are not uncommon. However, they are treated with caution and require verification before any formal action is taken. At this stage, there is no indication that any official findings have been made against McKenzie. That distinction is important. Here's why. In South Africa's constitutional system, individuals are presumed innocent unless proven otherwise. Public allegations, especially those not backed by evidence, do not automatically translate into wrongdoing. At the same time, the situation places pressure on government institutions to respond appropriately. If allegations reach a level of seriousness that warrants investigation, processes must be followed transparently and fairly. This is where leadership decisions become critical. McKenzie's statement that he would resign if suspended suggests a willingness to accept political accountability, at least in principle. It also raises an important question: what threshold would trigger such a suspension? President Cyril Ramaphosa has, in the past, emphasized the importance of ethical governance and accountability within his administration. His approach to handling allegations involving senior officials has often been measured, balancing the need for due process with public expectations for decisive action. Political observers say this case could test that balance once again. Meanwhile, the mention of Jermaine Prim brings additional complexity to the story. As a convicted inmate, his claims are likely to be viewed through a different lens compared to those from official or independent sources. However, experts caution against dismissing any allegation outright without proper assessment. Every claim must be evaluated on its merits, one legal analyst noted, but credibility and evidence remain key. Public reaction to the controversy has been mixed. Some South Africans have expressed support for McKenzie's firm denial and his stance on accountability. Others have called for a thorough investigation to ensure that the matter is addressed transparently. This reflects a broader trend in South African politics, where citizens are increasingly demanding both integrity and accountability from their leaders. The issue also highlights the growing role of media and public discourse in shaping political narratives. In today's environment, allegations can spread rapidly, influencing public perception long before formal processes are completed. This places additional pressure on political figures to respond quickly, but also responsibly. As the situation continues to unfold, several key questions remain unanswered. Will there be a formal investigation into the allegations? How will government respond if further claims emerge? And what impact could this have on McKenzie's political standing? For now, McKenzie's position is clear. He denies all allegations, rejects any suggestion of wrongdoing, and maintains that his loyalty lies with the presidency and the responsibilities of his office. His statement that he would resign if suspended adds a layer of accountability, but also sets a high-stakes benchmark for what may come next. In conclusion, this controversy is about more than just one individual or one set of allegations. It touches on broader issues of political accountability, institutional credibility, and the standards expected of public officials in South Africa. As more information emerges, the focus will remain on transparency, due process, and leadership. For the public, the expectation is simple, that the truth will come out and that any decisions made will reflect both justice and integrity.